As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
What is the relationship between the realities of Shaban and the concept of spiritual rebirth or renewal?
Rebirth and renewal? Don't know. That we're entering into the realities of Ramadan, which is the rebirth, because the light, I think we described before that Ramadan is a dress in which Allah gives to us that 12 months from the time of Ramadan to Ramadan, whatever shaitan threw upon us of bad character, bad actions, bad desires, Ramadan is a reset. And every nation was given this and every nation dropped the reset. So this was a time, like in computer engineering, you have to reboot. Anytime you have a problem on your devices, your printer is not working, your peripherals are not working, what do you have to do? First time you call tech services, they say reboot. Why? Because the signals are not reaching and there's no way it's just going to miraculously re-reach itself. So the computer is sending out a signal, it's not communicating to the printer. So all of these systems, they always tell you reboot. So Allah has that already designed for us that I don't know what shaitan cut you off from and where he cut your organs off from, what's happening with your brain, your mind, your organs, your heart and your soul. Shaitan has interfered with many of your connections. What happens in Ramadan? They come, as soon as you fast you actually do nothing. Allah's asking us, do nothing and abstain from food and water, and your cellular reality is actually everything starts to die and everything inside begins to reset itself. So there's a great reset and they've seen it scientifically for people whom are fasting. They see all the organs are being revitalized because you stop eating, and as soon as you stop eating the body goes and shifts into a different mode. That's just the physiology and the physicalness of the body. They're now all saying intermittent fast, they do fasting, and this is great for us because you're not a cow in which you're supposed to be eating all day long. You're supposed to only eat once a day ideally, and your body should have been in fasting mode all the other times. But then spiritually Allah is resetting because Allah al-Muntaqim, the 81st name from Dalail al-Khairat of Allah's Isma al-Husna is going to be al-Muntaqim, the one whom avenges. He avenges his servant with a fierce fire. That fire hits them as a qudra on Ramadan. So for the servant is very blissful, for shaitan very painful, and begin to reset them at every level. And that's why people are very generous in Ramadan. People are very they want to do lots of ibadah, they want to do lots of reading, lots of praying, lots of charity, lots of everything. Why don't they have that 12 months out of the year? Because those other 11 months shaitan is blocking them. This is a month in which Ramadan is Muntaqim comes and the fasting chains these devils and begins to burn them. So alhamdulillah that Allah kept us in that, because we could have thought ourselves clever and left that. So this is Allah's grace and rahmah that I'm going to tie your foot into this Ramadan, stay in the Ramadan, fast in the Ramadan because I'm going to clean you. I don't know if you've ever seen like wild animals try to be clean, you have to tie them down because they're going to run away. So Allah's rahmah, He ties us into the deen and into the way, and then we find ourselves being dressed by mercy and Allah's mercy. And the ones that weren't tied down good, they think themselves clever, oh I'm not fasting this Ramadan, as if they're like clever. Okay, sorry, we're very sorry to hear that that this was an immense gift from Allah. It was not a burden, it's something very beatific. Anyone who's ever entered into Ramadan for the first time, very beatific. For the 100th time, very beatific. Before Ramadan, very scary. If you've ever tried to wash homeless people, they're very scared of water, they can be very violent because something so beatific when you're filled with shaitan is very scary, very angry. Ramadan is like a wash upon the soul. And people who have lots of negative energies, they're very scared of Ramadan, very aggressive against Ramadan. But if they be patient, and what Allah granted for the first 10 days is what? Opening of rahmah. He could have given us the first 10 days would be itqum minan nar, nobody would be in Ramadan. There'd probably be 5 people on earth in Ramadan. So Allah's amazing grace and rahmah for this nation because His love for Prophet. Don't worry, I'm going to first 10 days I'm going to open rahmah, means I'm going to open your light of Muhammadun Rasulullah upon your nation, where they become like their anesthesia, they're under laughing gas or some sort of medicine, they don't know what they're entering into. And a rahmah comes upon the servant and they begin to enter into fasting, and Allah makes what would be extremely difficult. The rest of the world, they're scared of Ramadan. We say, my 10-year-old kids when they were older they were going to fast, the teacher says, no, they're going to go to hospital. So why would they go to hospital? Because what are you talking about fasting? They're very scared of fasting. It was not something they were comfortable with. Alhamdulillah, the world changed. Now everyone's saying fasting, everyone's saying intermittent fasting. Even the children with epilepsy, they're recommending that they fast. And as soon as they fast, their tremors begin to become reduced because it's an energy that's affecting these children. So alhamdulillah, heavens is always going to shine through every darkness and zulm and ignorance that the earth holds, inshaAllah.